Good morning, my crafty friends. It's Krista here from Second Chance Creation, and it's Tuesday Temptations. Yes. Now, I'm not sure if I can upload this on Tuesday, so you might see it on Wednesday. It's been very hectic here at home. But anyway, I'm just going to share with you what I'm going to be using up. I know we all have our scraps of paper and our scraps of fabrics, but I'm going to use up these pianola rolls. That's it. It's a bit of my German and trying to convert into English. Yes, so, and you look, yes, they are hard to deal with because they're rolled up and you're forever trying to keep them flat. But I got hold of a lot of these while we were away, and this lady worked at a local op shop in Crow's Nest in Queensland, and she said, "Look, Krista, this whole big box of rolls came in, and they just want to get rid of them." I said, "Really?" I said, "Well, grab me half a dozen." And I paid $10 for, I had to give her something because she was just going to give them to me. I said, no, I'll give you $10 for the rolls that you've gifted me. So I actually have 6 rolls, but one was gifted to me by a friend, Marlene Mengel. Thank you, Marlene. And and then, of course, I got hooked on them. I just liked the feel of the paper and what you can do with these rolls once you empty them, which is going to be a task and a half. So I'll just show you very quickly some of the ones that I was able to get hold of. And look at this beautiful brass end on here. Isn't that cool? And I won't undo them because we all know what's inside. But the beginning of the roll has that beautiful triangle and the closure and everything's in place. And look at this little stamp there. I've got no idea what that is. I haven't read much of it because I haven't really had a chance to really look at these rolls. And, not until we came home. And I thought, I was watching a tutorial on YouTube, and this lady was using pianola paper. I thought, oh, yes. Look at this. This is a bit of linen in its frame. It's made really well. And another little stamp. Whatever that. Yeah. It's just, and, when you feel and touch something like this is how I get it, is that, you can actually feel a bit of history in it. And this one is called Tango Fox. It's got Tango Foxtrot. My mum and dad used to do that dance. And here's another one. So yes, I'm a bit excited about using these. I have got some really cool ideas that I don't think has been done yet. There's always the first time. And this one was just like that in its box. And this one is called Mitch Miller. And I think this is about the same, Mitch Miller. Oh yes, this one doesn't have the front, I don't think. Look how worn that is. That must have been a pretty, Me and My Shadow. That must have been a really popular one. How cool is that? And look at the old sticky tape still on it. Oh, wow. Love these boxes. Once these are emptied, they have a lot of potential. I might just have to empty one so I can do something with it and the box. And I've got this one here. This is gorgeous. This is another one that has it's in really good nick. These two are the ones I have here. I probably won't touch for quite a while because you just love the feel. You just love the feel of it, don't you? Look at that. Oh, yeah. And what's this one called? Shirley Song Medley. Amazing. All right. So what I've been doing, I've been pulling one apart, and I'm just going to have my drink. I've made myself a fresh ginger, fresh turmeric with a sprinkle of pepper, dash of lemon, and honey, Manuka honey. It's actually worked for my back. I tried the tablets, but they don't work, and so yes, and I'm growing it, so it's just amazing. All right, so here's a roll. Look, it's nearly empty. Oh, still a fair bit on there. Jeez, I've got to get cracking. So I'll show you what I've made. I think I shared these on the Facebook page. I can't remember. But, so yeah, so this is my first lot. And I've made envelopes. But I didn't sew them. I used really good glue, glitter glue. And I've made it so that they had the little gusset in them, so that the paper is not so tight when you take things in and out. And yeah, so I've just, instead of stitching them and sewing them flat, because then this is tight, I thought, no, I just like them with that little gusset and where you fold it, and you know, you've actually got room to put things in, which I prefer. So I've made this one, and I've grunged it up. And of course I backed it with dictionary paper to give it that bit of strength. And then just popped on a button. How cool, a little bit of stamping, a little label. This is Woolies shopping bag brown paper, because it, you know, it's pretty strong. And I really like them. And then I've made another one, and this one is just tied. Oh yeah, it has a little, this is here, and I've done the tissue paper here. And this one is actually a little booklet, believe it or not. And it's a booklet that is this way. That's it. I'd forgotten. I only made it a few days ago. This was on top of a tag that I took off because it was too long. And I've put it on here. A little bit of tape. And you can see the tissue paper through there. And a little label. Mainly because, you know, the fold wasn't straight. Was crooked, so I had to straighten it. And then, of course, I had a gap here, so to take the eye away from that, I've popped on a little sticker and a label. And you open it this way, and you open it this way, and you have your little notebook just that way, instead of, you know, the usual way, left to right, right to left. And then I've made a little pocket just on the bottom here, and I've put some bits and bobs in here. And I've glued her on, and that's just to keep it all in place. A little tag, another little coupon that was come off something. And yeah, so I thought, let's do something that is a little bit different to the norm. Okay, how cool is that? And you can add or take off out pages, so you'll have this forever and ever. And then you just, no, it's got to come this way, I think. And that way, and then you just tie it back up again. So I really enjoy making these, which is a bit dangerous. Now, what's this one? Oh, yes, this is, I think this, oh, yes, this is a little ephemera holder. And now these aren't backed. These were my first lots, I think. The ones that aren't backed, I do believe. So I've made them fairly simple. This is a little flower, Pianola, no, out of the same paper, and a bit of fabric that I coffee dyed ages ago, bits of doily trims, and it's just like a little folder where you can keep a little bit of ephemera, and then more scraps of paper in here. And then here I've popped on a ticket, and this is a tea bag and a tiny little photo in there. Is that just the one photo, or is that two? No, one photo. No, two photos. I'd forgotten now. There you go. How cool is that? Okay. So, and then that just, You know, I might want to put something secret in there. And that just goes back in there like that. And this is just an altered playing card. And you can write on this. It's I did the tissue paper trick. Book page and tissue paper trick. And just on the back. And I've just used scraps that were on the table here. This next one is the other way around. A little bit of stamping on here. This one is the writing going the other way, but I just couldn't help it the way I was cutting them up. And here I've just got bits of paper in here. So these, as you can see, is with the gussets, you see. So there's, well, my personal view, when you sew them, yes, there is a, you know, there's always times where you need to sew. But I find that the glitter glue is so good that, you know, I feel confident that they won't pull apart. And I have been using them and use them. So flipping them over, do what needs to be done, and they haven't come apart. And this one has got the lace trim. Layered bit of lace trim here. And I use one of my seals to keep it, make it into a closure. And then in here, all I have in here is a little postcard. Okay. A little band-aid. Okay. So these ones I haven't lined. And I will line them now. But they have a nice crunchy feel, don't they? And these are for my personal use, these ones. I'll be putting in journals, various journals. And here I used... I reckon I really like this because then I can use up all my crochet trims of doilies or hankies or whatever, you know. And with the corner, and you keep that, and then you can got the corner to make the little right angle. And I've put another one of my little faux wax seals on there. And, you know, it just has little bits of paper in there. And that's a band-aid, it's a sticker, which is fine because it works. Okay. This one is probably my favourite. Made a little journal out of it, or booklet. And I use this beautiful, beautiful applique. And I've put a couple of tags in. These are the tags out of the other lot that I made last time. And just a bit of paper here, writing paper. And the tags you can actually journal on the back, and they just go in here. This is from an envelope that I kept. I can't remember what year it was. Beautiful applique. This just come off a little roll. And what I did was I made 2 envelopes that were this style, okay? Made 2 envelopes. And then I put the other one envelope in like we do with envelope journals or booklets where we join 2 envelopes to make a front and the back. Well, that's what I did with this one. So I made 2 of these and then joined them, okay? So that you ended up having a pocket on this end and you've got a pocket on that end. And here I've used a belly band, okay? And just using up scraps of paper. And then I actually sewed in all this writing paper and just folded that in so that you can use the whole length of it and not get them chopped off. Okay. And in the middle, I strengthened it with some sticky stickers, and I just kept them on the roll, and some cloth as well, which is this one here, that binding, just along here. Okay. And I did a basting stitch, not a 3 pamphlet stitch. I actually used a basting stitch one way and then I came back the other way just to keep it flat. I find that really works. And then on this side, you know, I've popped in one of my little booklets, scrap booklets that I made, and you just pull out little tags, a bit more space journaling to write on, a bit more journaling space I should say, get my words right, Krista, and that just pops in here. And then on back, of course, you've got another pocket to put tags in. So this was really fun to make. And I've kept the closure pretty simple so that you can just wrap that around. Oops, just like that. And then you can, I just like to do that, put that under there. So yeah, this is beautiful. And so it's, you know, using up all your scraps using the pianola paper. Yes, so that's that one. So that's what I've made with these. So lots of varieties here, but I really like this little booklet going, opening this way, just for a change, you know. And they're all flat. They're all flat to fit in journals without being bulky. And then I really like this one too. And then I decided, okay, let's be different closures. I'm using up these little bows. Now, I think I got this from Treasure Books. Yes, she did a demo on how she made these. I'm sure it was Treasure Books. And I've lined these with dictionary paper, okay, and I've straightened this off so that you can actually tuck it behind. I haven't put anything on the front yet, so I'm not sure what I want to put on there yet. And there's another one, okay, and again, nice big pocket. And this dictionary paper is quite thin, so, you know, I had no... but it gives support, and then you can see the writing through all those cool little slits. And here's another one, different bow again, you know. And no, I didn't use an envelope template, you know, the square thing. I just did it by hand, just to how the paper came off the roll. And the next one was this one. I had some of these left. Oh no, here they are. I had some of these left, tags, and I found a whole bunch of them in Op Shop 2 years ago, but the other side had all these numbers on it. Well, I use this side, and then what I've done is I've cut it off to how I want it, and then the other side I've put it on here to strengthen it. And then you can just put a little tie through, and again, these are lined, okay. And I'll just lightly ink them. It's a Band-Aid, because it did slit when I was folding it. Yeah, so you can see the text through it, which I think is really cool. So I will be selling quite a few blank ones. I'll probably sell some of these as well with little tags on it, and so that you can decorate them yourself. So what I've done is I've actually did some A4 size sheets as well that you can use however you want. Okay, now I've just used this glue on there, and it adheres it really well. So I'll let it dry overnight. So these are a bit bigger than A4 size, because it's the dictionary size. I think A4 is, I think this is an A4. I'll just measure it. Yeah, it's only a little bit wider and just a centimetre longer. So yeah, so I'm thinking of selling some in small packs. So you've got like 3 there, and then I was making, I'm not sure yet what I'll put in the pack, but then I was making just plain envelopes. I haven't glued these yet. Okay, sort of like 3 of those, and then I'll, you know, make some envelopes here, and I might do a, what do they call them? Something, document holder envelopes or something. So yeah, so these ones I haven't folded yet. So I'll probably put some in my shop, because there's ladies out there just not able to get any of these rolls. And what better way to be able to purchase something that's already back, so you don't have to battle with it. So yeah, so I just thought I'd do that little share, and let me know of your thoughts. And busy day today, painting. We've got our front fence done, and we want to paint it before the wire goes up, and then the gardening starts. So all right, I just thought I'd share. Hope you've enjoyed this one. It is challenging trying to unroll and you know, gluing then the some paper on there. You can use any sort of paper, but I did find that using thicker paper, they didn't have that nice scrunchy feel, you know. So, and this dictionary paper is so thin that you need like 2 or 3 pages to make something out of it. And I'm thinking, well, that's perfect for this. They complement each other. But you can use any paper, you know, so it doesn't matter. You might want to use, because I was thinking using coloured paper, and then you'd have something like this. You'd have the colour coming through, you know. So, yeah, anything really. All right. I hope you like this little Tuesday temptation, and see what I've got in store for next Tuesday, and I'll make sure I'll have this uploaded on a Tuesday. All right then, guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you then. Bye.